Welcome everyone, my name is JOEHOVA. This is War of Rights. So today we're going to do some target practice with the Springfield 1855. You can see bottom right hand corner. Let's just see how this works here. So we're looking at the first set of targets, and the purpose of this video is to show you the action of the gun, the sway, how it travels, things like that, because all these guns are different, and you're going to find your favorite one. You don't always get it, so you need to know how to shoot with all of them. So first, at the ready, right click, and I'm just going to see if I can't hit the bullseye on this first target. Aim. So I'm holding down right click to aim. You can see the gun is swaying. I'm not moving the mouse whatsoever. So I'm going to move into where I need to be and fire. And then I hit R to reload. You can see that was pretty close to the target. Obviously, close targets are not that hard to hit. So we're going to move on down. After I get this reload in, we'll go to the second set of targets, and it will get progressively harder as we go. And the point of this is to watch the sway of the gun, see how the bullet travels. So I'm going to go to the second set of targets. I'm at the ready, hold down right click to aim. The gun is swaying. I'm moving down. Okay, so you can see it's not swaying too badly here. So I'm going to try to hit this target. And even from there, you can see where the iron sights were and how far the bullet dropped. Again, the gun was swaying down as I shot, so that kind of pulled the bullet down even a little further, in my opinion. I'm not going to claim to be a ballistics expert by any means. This is just my experience in game. I've never fired a real Springfield. Many of you probably have. I'm going to try another shot at that, see if I can't get that a little better. See, the sway is not bad here. Okay. You can see there where the iron sights were based on where I hit. Again, not too hard to hit. In game, you will have targets that are going to be that close, but they're going to be moving, obviously. This is where you're going to be in close combat, Harper's Ferry, or maybe somebody climbing a fence, something like that. So we'll go down to the third set of targets here. You can see this is a little harder, so at the ready, right click, hold down right click to aim. You can see that sway here. The sway is the same, it just looks harder because you're staring at a target downrange. And there you go. You can see I hit that target there as well. Still not too difficult, fairly close. It's been my experience in the game, you're going to be much further from the enemy line when you're shooting, but you'll have a lot more people to shoot at. So we'll move on down to the last set of targets here. And as you can see, these are harder. Now, I've heard all kinds of people say different things. To me, this looks like 100 yards. I could be wrong, but regardless, I like to practice with iron sights. I don't like to use the in-game sights simply because I want to be able to shoot without them in dire need. So I'm down here, and you can see that hit the target. And if you're new to the game and you're seeing me hit these targets and you're thinking, you know, you haven't hit a target at all yet, it's okay. It takes a while to get used to the sway of these guns. First few times I came to this practice field, I was not hitting anything. So we'll go again. A little bit of sway here. You see, you can't really even see the target, so I'm going to go up and a little to the right. You can see it travel to the left. This gun, for some reason, seems to travel to the left slightly, so you want to aim a little bit to the right. And here we're shooting slightly uphill, and in my opinion, again, 100 yards away, so I'm going to get a little elevated, shoot toward the top of the target. So I'm going to shoot at the right, top right corner if I can. Again, with the sway, that can be difficult, but that's what I'm trying to do. You kind of let the gun go where it will and pull the trigger when you think you've got a good shot. Now, that's going to be harder in volley. Depending on the experience of your captain, whoever's calling out the orders, a lot of times they'll get excited. They'll tell you to aim and fire in rapid succession. And that just leads to inaccuracy because you have to have time to let the gun settle. You can see here when I pull it up immediately, it's like a buck and bull. It's running all over the place. But if I give it just a second, it'll calm down. You see that one was a little low. Alright, so that's good. We've seen the gun travel, and we've seen some targets hit. Now, let's throw a little sauce on this, if you will. Let's throw on the bayonet. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that the bayonet makes it inaccurate, and that's not really true in my experience. Hit B for Bravo to load the bayonet. What it will do, however, is make the sway a little harder to handle, so the gun wants to move around a lot more. So let's go back to these first targets real quick, and we'll see what this does. So I'm going to right-click at the ready, hold down right-click to begin to aim. I'm going to try to hit that bullseye. There you go, and you can see there's a little bit of sway there, but it's a close target, not hard to hit even with the bayonet. Did not make it less accurate at all. It just moves around a little bit more, so you got to be a little bit more patient. So if you are a captain and you're in line and you're ordering people to fire and they have their bayonets on, give them just a little bit more time to hold it. Not too long, because then they'll get tired. So we'll move to the second set of targets. Let's see what we get here. You can see that sway is just quite a bit more. There you go. Got that target again, even with a bayonet. Still very accurate. Just got to let that sway take its course. We'll move down to the third set of targets here when he's done reloading. Okay. Third set of targets. At the ready, right click. Hold down right. And look at that sway on this guy. See, it's kind of, this 55, man, it's one of my favorite guns because it's got the least amount of sway that I've noticed. There you go. Now you may or may not argue if that's a hit or not, but in my mind, if I hit the target, I'm doing what I'm here to do. So it's a lot harder to hit people. They're much smaller. Okay, so we've got our 3 sets of targets. Let's go to the 4th set. Now this is the most challenging, obviously, with the bayonet. But in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, I think you should get good with the bayonet on, because you're going to need it more times than not. It's like my captain says, it's better to have it and not need it than not have it and need it. So you see that was just a complete miss. Let's see if we can't hit that target. Sway is a lot more pronounced here. No, I think I'm shooting too far to the right, missing the target. See if we can't pull that in to the left just a little bit. Again, if you're new to the game, this is War of Rights. I am JOEHOVA. I'm part of the 7th Tennessee. We'd love to talk to you if you're interested in joining a regiment. We drill every weekend. Let's see if I can hit that target. Nope, still didn't hit it. You know, let us know. Check us out on our website, www.tennesseebrigade.com. We're serious players, but we like to have fun. There's not a lot of yelling and screaming in this brigade. You'll find that on other places. There we go. Get that sway under control. There we go. Again, I was aiming for the top right, and that bullet drifted left and down. So I need to get a little bit more height on it. And again, in my opinion, I think that just that bayonet makes that end of that gun heavy, and it just likes to pull it down a little bit faster than you're used to. See if I can get a little closer than that. And this way. Nope. I knew before I even pulled the trigger that was going to be a miss. Alright. So you can see the shots I'm taking and the level of difficulty with the bayonet. Again, just because of the sway. Pay close attention to it. Missed it. Again, I think I'm shooting to the right. I'll hit it one more time and then I'll take the bayonet off so you can see the difference here, the contrast. One more if I hit it or not. Alright. There we go. At least it was a hit. So reload, then I'll take that bayonet off and we'll look at the difference in a gun without so much sway. Again, if you're used to shooting with the bayonet, you take it off and it's just a lot easier to aim because that sway is just not as active. Alright, so B for Bravo to take that bayonet off. And then we'll aim. You can already see, look how much more stable the gun is. That still doesn't stop me from missing. But I won't blame the gun for that. Okay, let's try that again. Alright. There you go. And right at the end, before I pulled the trigger, I pulled the mouse just, I mean, ever so slightly to the right. And I think that's what kept that bullet on the right-hand side of that target. So I'll try it again. I mean, these subtle movements right when the bullet's coming out of the gun makes a lot of difference. Or it seems to. Again, I don't program this game or know ballistics that well. There you go. A little closer that time. Give her one more, see if I can't hit that bullseye. And that was worse. It just, like I said, it just seems that those little subtle movements make such a big difference. If you're watching this and you haven't purchased War of Rights or haven't played it, you should. I would recommend it strongly. It's a great game. Plus the community around it is really, really good. One of the things I find the most enjoyable is you know, you have your game, your in-game play, and that's by itself a lot of fun. But getting in these groups outside of the game, in Steam and on Discord, and getting together and then going into the game as a group, it really adds a level that most games don't have, in my opinion. So here we go. That was low. Alright, one more. If I hit or miss, that'll be the end. Let's see if we can get a bullseye here. End on a high note. But I think the point of this video is pretty clear. Just to see the gun, the 55, how it shoots. I'll probably do more videos with different guns. But to see the bayonet sway is a big game changer for me. Let's see if we can get here. Nope. I knew that was a miss. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, my name is JOEHOVA, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.